This episode is sponsored by Brevo, Collective, and Shopify. Brevo is your all-in-one marketing and CRM platform that helps you turn attention into actual revenue. From email marketing to automation to CRM tools, Brevo keeps your audience warm without you manually following up 24/7. And Collective helps you handle the business side of being a creator or an entrepreneur. From bookkeeping to taxes to compliance, they make sure you're structured correctly and not leaving money on the table. And Shopify, your commerce engine. It's how you actually sell the thing. Whether that's digital products, physical products, or services, Shopify gives you the tools to build, market, and scale your store all in one place. And if you're serious about building a real business, not just posting the content, these are the tools behind the scenes. Get started today with Brevo at brevo.com/creator. Save with Collective at collective.com/CHC. And launch with Shopify, shopify.com/CHC.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Call Her Creator. I am so excited for today's episode because it's going to open your eyes to a whole side of the creator economy that most people don't even realize exists. What's funny about this is my guest today, I actually found her just scrolling through Instagram and we briefly connected and she was like, heck yeah, I'll come on. And I was like, heck yeah, I can't wait to meet you. So when we think about making money on social, most people assume it just happens if you have this huge, massive following, or if you're reaching out to brands and they're paying you to post and you gotta have 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers, brand deals, affiliate links. But what if I told you that there's an entire industry where you can make multiple six figures creating content for brands without even needing a big audience at all? And that's exactly what happened with Sydney. So Sydney Mohni, she's a full-time UGC creator, which we're going to get all into, and she's a coach who went from 0 to 6 figures in just 1 year by creating content for brands. And now she gets to help others learn how to turn that content creation into a legitimate career. So Sydney, welcome to Call Her Creator.
Hi, thank you so much. And thank you for that intro. That's good.
You're good. So like I said, I was just scrolling through Instagram. Maybe you were talking about how you created a career. And I was like, oh my God, I want to follow this girl because y'all, I've been doing this full time for the last 5 years, but I actually don't do UGC. I'll do influencer campaigns and get paid to post on my profiles, but UGC is user generated content. You create it and you don't have to necessarily post it on your profiles. You can just give it over to the brand, right?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Crazy, right? And so before I got on this call with you, I was signing up for a bunch of UGC stuff just because I want to make a little extra cash. So tell me, how did you even fall into this? I like to start off by, were you working in corporate or did you have a job first? Tell us all the things.
So I started my social media career in network marketing. So I was in network marketing for a decade. I did party plan. I did supplements. I did all kinds of stuff. And the first goal you have when you create something online is the first 10K month, right? Everybody's 10K.
Yes.
And so that was my goal. And it took me 7 years in network marketing to get to my first 10K month. And I thought that I would feel amazing and incredible and I could take on the world, but I was so burnt out and I absolutely hated the career that I had built. And I was, at the same time, my dog had gotten sick. This is it's everything's divine timing, right? So my dog had gotten sick. We had spent 8 weeks and $18,000 trying to save her life, and she passed away anyway. At the same time, I was burnt out from my career. I was 8 months behind on my credit cards. I deferred my car payment. My wife lost her job. We were paying for our wedding. It was brutal. And losing my dog was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was so depressed. And I was so I couldn't get off the couch. I remember weeks and weeks of I feel a piece of me is gone. I don't know what to do. And I lost my faith because I just kind of had this faith that if I continue to pour into her, that she would live. And she didn't. And so I went to my bachelorette party in Tulum, Mexico with my wife, my now wife. She wasn't my wife then, but
Right.
We went to our bachelorette party in Tulum, Mexico, and all my friends were sitting inside this pizza restaurant eating, and I was outside on the curb crying about money.
Ugh.
And that was kind of my breaking point. I was I have to figure something else out. This is not working. I'm not happy. I'm I'm miserable. I don't know how to get out of bed in the morning. So I was scrolling on TikTok one day and I saw this girl. She has no idea who I am, but she changed my life.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. So I saw this girl talking on TikTok and she's like, I made $10,000 doing UGC for the first month ever. And I was like, BS, like you're full of crap. And because I've been in the make money space for a really long time, I got a BS meter.
Right.
And I was like, whatever. And so I scrolled 3 scrolls past her thing and I was like, but what if it's not fake? But what if it's real? And so I like scrolled my 3 scrolls back and I remember it was like 2:00 in the morning and I had watched like hours of this girl's content, like binging. What was UGC? How do I start this? Like, what is this? What do you mean I can work with brands without having a following? This is crazy. I think this is going to change my life. And I started UGC. I was like, you know what? I'm at rock bottom anyway. Why not? I decided to get into it. I remember telling my wife, I was like, I'm going to change our life. Like, I'm going to make $10,000 this month. And she's like, okay, go on with your bad self. And it actually took me 4 months to land my first paid collaboration. So 4 months of getting paid nothing, 4 months of trying to figure it out, 4 months of not doing anything remotely. Like I just was pouring like 14 hours a day into this and getting nothing out of it. But I just like had this gut pull that it was going to change my life. And I landed my first paid collaboration 4 months after I started. And then after that, it just kind of like spiraled. It took me like 12 months to make my first 10K and it just like blew up from there.
Okay, wait. Let's back up for a minute. In the first 4 months, you said you just put it all in. What were you doing exactly?
So I found UGC in 2022 when like nobody was doing it. So it was basically like, a couple people were like, yeah, try this UGC thing. And I'm like, I don't even understand what UGC is, but okay, sure. And so I started creating videos for brands that I could like send to them and use as a portfolio or like example videos. I was pitching.
Were you posting those on your account or just saving them and pitching them?
Yeah, I was, well, both. So
Okay.
I was posting them on my accounts. I was pitching thousands of brands with like, I would love to work with you. We should work together. But like no value for the brand, right? I was getting on all these like up and coming UGC apps and trying to like land paid collaborations that way. I did land a couple gifted things. Like I got a free mattress from Lowell, which was really cool.
Okay, that's very cool. Aren't those expensive?
Yeah, like a king size mattress and a whole bedding bundle, which I'm obsessed with their bedding bundles, but this is not a promo.
I'm going to have to look into that because we need a new bed.
Yeah. So then I started landing a couple like gifted things. I was doing stuff with like Drunk Elephant and stuff like that, but like all gifted, which is really cool. But I was broke. So it's exactly. So I was like, I don't know what to do, but I just kept pitching and pitching and pitching and pitching. My wife's like, is this ever going to take off? I'm like, I don't know, but I think it is. I think it is.
Okay, so just to lay the land out, you decide to do it. I always tell people there's a breaking moment first, which was the same for me. You have your breaking moment and then you're like, okay, I have no choice but to do the thing.
Yeah.
So the first step you did was you educated yourself on what exactly UGC meant, correct? And can you just tell people that are just getting started with this too, dumb it down for us. What does that mean? What does UGC mean?
Yeah. So UGC stands for user generated content, which probably still means nothing to you, but it's basically like where you see these advertisements pop up that the brands are running on their own social media that are created by normal people. So brands are looking for people that look like their audience, whether it's a 55-year-old women or like, men or women with children or whatever, like people that look exactly like their real audience, which is what I love about UGC is that it's for very normal people. And essentially what you're doing is you're creating content for these brands and then they post it on their social media or use it in paid advertisements that they run on their own social media. So you don't have to have any followers. In fact, most of my students are making like $10,000 a month with less than 500 followers.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is so amazing. And what I love too is what you're saying is it does not matter what you look like, guys, because some of these videos can even be like faceless, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm kind of a stickler for faceless, but yes, it can be faceless. I think, user generated content, like you have to have the user in there somewhere.
I like faces humanize it. And the thing is, like, they're not looking for the most beautiful person. Like, they want their target audience, like Sydney said. And guess what? Their target audience is Joe Schmo. We Joe Schmo over here. Like, you don't gotta have your makeup perfect. Like, and that's what I love about too UGC is like, I don't have to look perfect, which social media makes you feel like that. Like, no, I can wear my trucker hat, which I have on right now with my messy hair, and just do the thing as long as I'm being genuine about the product.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, the coolest thing about UGC is like your biggest insecurity becomes your biggest moneymaker. Like I've heard people talking about like their weight loss, they use their weight loss journey and they work with a ton of different supplements, or like their acne healing journey and they work with a ton of like skincare. It becomes your biggest insecurity, or your biggest differentiator becomes your biggest moneymaker.
That really speaks to me because so I'm struggling with Hashimoto's right now, and like it's become my whole life. And now I'm at the like, okay, Katelyn, you're always thinking about what's your niche, because social media is hard to be a niche sometimes for me. Because like, yeah, I can work with all these tech companies, but like Hashimoto's, I can do supplements, I can do skincare, I can do hormone stuff, all the things. So would you say for someone that's thinking about doing this is so they need to figure out what makes you uniquely you? What's something that you're passionate about? Like, do you tell people to niche down and pick a niche, or do you say just go for whatever?
So when I started UGC, I wanted to work with home brands because I wanted to like furnish my house. I really like interior design and stuff. I'm not formally trained at all, but like, I'm formally trained by social media. And I really wanted to work in home care or in home. And I always say your niche finds you. And so I ended up working with like one of my very first brand deals was a tech company. It was like an AI calendar thing. Motion for anybody that's ever heard of it. And from there, it like just snowballed into like so much tech. I work with like apps, AI, websites, all kinds of stuff like that. And I never expected that. However, they pay better than most industries. So
Okay, good to know. What made you believe, was it that fourth month that made you believe like, oh, I can actually really make income from this? This isn't just a side hustle? Or like, how long did it take you to get to that point?
I've been in the online space for over a decade now. Like I've been self-employed since 2028, and I've been in the online space for 10 years. And so I've always believed that I could make money online. I've always believed that like I was not meant. I always say I'm unemployable. Like I have always believed that I'm like meant for not a traditional life.
Yep. Same girl. It's an entrepreneur.
Yeah. And so when I just like, I feel like there was just something in my gut. I don't know what it was because I never felt that way with network marketing. I always felt like with network marketing that I was like good, but like not great. I was okay. I was always like just below what I was really desiring to be. And as I starting UGC, something just was like, you're good at this. Like, this is your calling. This is where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be doing this. And even when no money was coming in, my gut was just like, keep going. This is going to change your life. It's going to change your life. And I have been in, like I said, like I've been in this space for 10 years. And for 10 years, I believed that my life would look like this. I thought originally it was going to be network marketing that made it look the way that it looks now, but it wasn't. And that's fine. I'm not married to a process.
Right.
But I've just always believed it.
I feel you. And I think there's just people that know in their hearts when something is meant for them. I did network marketing too, but I guess it was an MLM. I did like the oils thing, but I would work my freaking ass off to sell freaking kits and make pennies when I just had a deal with a very big brand, and it was the biggest brand I ever had. And it was like I got paid $10,000 versus pennies where I was posting literally every single day. Like there is so much more that you can make in UGC, and well, just on social media marketing, I feel like.
Okay, at some point, your side hustle stops feeling a side hustle and it starts feeling real. Money's coming in, your tax bill is going up, and suddenly you're wondering if your business is actually set up the right way. Collective is the first all-in-one financial solution built exclusively for solopreneurs, saving you time and money. They help you structure your business for success, whether that's forming a single member LLC or adding an S Corp election. Collective's AI engine is backed by expert oversight, automatically categorizing every expense so you never miss a deduction. Beyond bookkeeping, they handle quarterly tax estimates and prepare both your business and personal tax returns so you never miss a deadline. You also get integrated, customizable invoicing and a seamless payroll solution for S Corp owners, which can unlock the potential to save thousands in self-employment taxes. And with Collective's community and support, you can finally take that solo out of solopreneur. Right now, Collective is giving all of my listeners 50% off of your first 2 months when you go to collective.com/CHC. That's 50% off of your first 2 months at collective.com/CHC. Collective.com/CHC. Starting something new can feel terrifying. I remember when I first launched my podcast and my business, constantly asking myself, what if no one listens? What if no one buys? What if this just doesn't work? But choosing to take that leap was one of the best decisions I've ever made, and having the right tools makes all the difference. That's why so many entrepreneurs trust Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses worldwide and powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US. It helps you build a beautiful online store with ready-to-use templates, create email and social media campaigns to reach customers, and manage everything from inventory to analytics all in one place. It's time to turn those what ifs into with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/CHC. Go to shopify.com/CHC. That's shopify.com/CHC.
What were let's talk about the challenges in the beginning. Like, were you not confident enough? Were you having problems pitching and like pricing yourself, finding clients? Like, what were some of the biggest obstacles?
I think the biggest obstacle was that I had no idea what I was doing. I had no clue. And nobody teaching it at the time. Like, there wasn't coaches, there wasn't mentors, there was just people like posting little snippets of what they were doing on social media. And so I became, and I say this very lightly because this can be dangerous. I became a knowledge collecting machine, but also an implementing machine. And that's what I mean by it can be dangerous, because people will start collecting knowledge and like never implement anything. And so I would learn, implement. And my wife always says my biggest skill is that I am able to self-teach myself anything.
Ooh, I love that.
But it's hours, right? It's hours of like poring over information and then having the courage to implement it. And I think most people get lost in between, but that was the biggest struggle I had, was like I had no idea what I was doing. So it was all trial and error. It was like, let me send 10 pitches, see if anybody answers me. Nobody's answering. I don't know what to do. Okay, let me adjust this. Like, it just was all like learning and teaching myself.
Okay, I love that. Are you able to tell us, like, on average, how much did you make your first deal?
My very first deal was $150 for one video. Okay. It was not that much money, but it was one of those like little astronaut lights that you see on TikTok that like project the sky into the room.
Yeah.
It was one video, $150, and I actually cried when I got the deal.
Oh my God.
Because I was like holding out. When I lost my dog, I lost my faith. And I'm not a religious person, but I am like a spiritual person. And that kind of like restored faith in me, like trust in myself again.
Okay.
And so it was a breaking point in the other direction.
Yeah.
Did that first deal help you secure other deals? Like, did you learn something from that first deal that you think helped? Like, tell us about that.
I always say that, like, when you finally open the floodgates with UGC, it just, like, it's crazy. It's literally, like, it's like nothing. Holy crap, I'm so overwhelmed.
Wow.
And so it went from, like, that $150 deal to, like, I was working with an agency that was sending me dog products, like, 3 times a week, and I was working with them 3 times a week. And then it was, like, I started working with Motion, and they were sending, it was, like, my first 4-figure deal. And then I started working with another app company that, like, started hiring me every single month, and I was like, holy crap.
Heck yes. Okay, then let's get into this growth phase. What changed, or what was your process like that allowed you to scale quickly like that? What did you have to do?
I think that most people, when they start UGC, they think that, like, if I send 10 pitches and nobody answers, I'm doing something wrong. And I think that it's very much like casting a net and building up, like, this it's like building up the floodgate, right? Like you're kind of like, I think of pitching as like networking. And so when you network, you like, you don't necessarily have a goal in mind when you meet people. You just are like meeting people, and maybe eventually down the way you're like, "Oh, like that connection actually I really need now." And I think that's where pitching comes in, and it's like you're sending, and finally somebody's ready, and then somebody else is ready, and somebody else is ready. But if you don't continue the action while you're waiting for the result, then you never end up getting the result. And so I really do think it was like a matter of all of this action that I was putting in for 4 months and not seeing any results, which, by the way, most people would have given up. Realistically, most people would have been like, okay, 4 months with no brand deals, like, this is not working.
Wow.
But it was continuing to put in that action and continuing to have faith that built up, and all of a sudden it just kind of broke open. And realistically, that's what happened. It was like, oh, you reached out to us 2 months ago. Oh, you reached out to us, whatever. Like, we saw you on whatever. You've been posting for so long and we've been seeing it. And it like, it really was a compound effect. That's the word I've been looking for. A compound effect of all the action that I put in with no inkling of a result, or like no idea that anything was even going to happen.
Wow, this is incredible to hear. Me too over here, as I will pitch to brands all the time and like never hear back. When it comes to pitching, use ChatGPT to come up with your pitches or Canva to make a portfolio. Like, what are some of the tools that you are using for that?
Yeah, so I use Canva to put my portfolio together. I still, to this day, like, I make $20,000 a month with brands, and I still use Canva as my portfolio.
Up.
It's so simple. That's why I love UGC. Like, the barrier to entry is so low. Like,
Wow.
anybody can do it. And so, yeah, I use Canva to pitch to make my portfolio. When I first started pitching, I was writing a lot of my pitches by myself. I wasn't really into like the ChatGPT thing yet. It wasn't really quite that big yet either.
You're right. Yeah, it's really taken off within like the last year.
Yeah. And so it was really like handwriting all of my pitches. I created some templates and like just kind of plugged and played. Now I use a platform called OnBento. Well, it's onbento.com, which is the absolute GOAT for pitching. They are like an entire platform that houses like hundreds of thousands of brand contacts. They help you write your pitches. They help you respond to them. They set up automated follow-ups. You can set up campaigns with them where like you select 200 brands that you want them to reach out to over like a span of 10 days, and it will automatically send the emails every single day. It's made becoming a UGC creator so easy. It's sickening.
You have an affiliate link for that?
I do, yeah.
Okay, let's make sure we put that in the show notes and send it to me too, because I really do want to get into more UGC because I love creating videos. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's like I own an agency. I got the podcast, but you know what I do most of the time? Like 90% of my time is making reels and videos because that's what makes me happy.
Are you ready to take your business's marketing to the next level? Meet Brevo, the all-in-one marketing and CRM platform built to help you connect with customers, boost engagement, and grow your business smarter. With Brevo, you can manage all of your customer interactions in one place, nurture leads with their built-in CRM, reach your audience through email and SMS, and keep them coming back with powerful automations. But here's where it gets really exciting. Meet Aura, Brevo's AI assistant. Aura helps you craft smarter campaigns by suggesting personalized content, optimizing send times, and even analyzing performance data to help you improve your strategy in real time. It's like having a marketing expert on your team 24/7. And of course, Brevo offers advanced analytics, seamless integrations, and AI-driven personalization, everything you need to create multi-channel campaigns that hit the mark every time. Get started for free today or use code CREATOR50 to save 50% on starter and standard plans for the first 3 months of an annual subscription. Just head to brevo.com/creator and take your marketing further with Brevo and Aura.
Were you a video creator to begin with, like before all of this, or did you self-teach yourself?
I had Well, both. I had some experience in network marketing where I was doing videos. At the time, though, TikTok was big. It's still big, but it was bigger in my life. And I was doing very much like the record one sentence, stop, record one sentence, stop, record on like in the TikTok platform.
Wow.
And that was most of my experience, was like either short videos where we were doing like trends, or some of that record the video, stop, record the video, stop, record the video, stop, and posting it that way. When it came to UGC, the biggest skill set that I had to learn was editing, because I had no experience whatsoever editing, but that's where my self-teaching comes in so handy. I'm just somebody that's like very curious, and I'll just kind of like click around and like, I have a vision in my head. Let me just click around until I figure out how to get it done.
Do you use app like CapCut, Instagram edits, TikTok? What do you use?
I use CapCut on my desktop. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I can't edit on my phone.
Oh my God, I love that. That might help my own editing. Yeah, editing is so time consuming. Do you do any like, do you teach anything about editing videos and like what brands are looking for?
Yeah, inside of our program, there's like an entire module on, well, there's 3 modules on this. There's one module on like how to write scripts and how to create content that brands are looking for using sales and marketing psychology. Then the second module is like how to film, because a lot of my students have never filmed a single video before.
Right.
And the third one is how to edit, which is like click by click. I show people how to edit on CapCut on my computer.
Amazing.
And I don't know. I'm the type of person, like, if I'm making a big purchase, it's got to be on my computer. So if I'm editing, it definitely has to be on my computer.
Yeah, no, I get that. What is your program called?
UGC Mastery Academy.
I love this. And is it like hybrid, like you teach and they take a course, or is it a course? Tell me about it.
So it's the first academy in the UGC space that we've ever done like this. It's crazy. It's so like a lot of it's everything rolled into one. Like, I think a lot of education opportunities in the space right now are like a PDF in a group, or like a group, whatever. So we do all of it. It's one-on-one coaching. You're paired with a coach, and then handheld the entire way. There's a 160 video module or video course that goes along with it. We have assignments along the way. So it breaks down step by step. Like, we go through scripting, and then we go through filming and editing, and then making your portfolio, and it breaks it down into bite-sized pieces, because I think that's the most attainable way to learn the skill set.
Yeah.
And then there's group coaching, and then there's one-on-one coaching calls, and then like it's the whole package. So everything from point A to point B. It's intense because it's 90 days.
Right. But any skill level can do it.
Yeah. And yeah, any skill level can do it. I've had students that have never created a piece of content before, and by the end of the 90 days, they're making $5,000 a month.
Shut your mouth. That's amazing.
It's so crazy.
Are some of these, is it typically only video, or are there some of that are like photo dumps or stuff like that? Tell us what different types of UGC you can create.
Yeah, so you can create UGC, like most common is going to be short form video that's optimized for Meta or TikTok.
Okay.
I have been hired for horizontal video for YouTube, ads. And then there's also photo. So photos, typically, this is where people get messed up a little bit, is that when you're creating UGC photos, people think of product photos. So they try to set up this like really cool background or whatever. But like literally what a UGC photo is like me holding up this product and smiling. Like, it's so easy.
Oh my gosh. I just don't think people understand how easy this is and how much money you can make, which brings me to the next part. I want to talk about getting paid. So what are typical rates like for a beginner versus an experience? Could you give us some kind of average on what people can expect to make doing UGC?
Yeah, so it depends on how you get started. A lot of people start on apps or Fiverr, and they do gigs on Fiverr. If you start that route, it can typically start you at like $30 to $50 to $80 a video, which is really low, in my opinion. My students usually start anywhere between like $150 to $200 a video, and by the end of the program, they're averaging about $500 a video.
Is that an average like 500 if you're just getting and that's you to create a video and not post it on your own account. You just give it to them. Okay.
You literally just make the video. And then I've been paid anywhere like up to $2,000 for one video.
Woo, girl. Who are some of the best brands to work with?
The best brands to work with.
Yeah, you don't have to see what they pay or anything, but like, who do you like?
I've worked with Keeper Tax for the last couple years, and I really like working with them because they like to do like fun, creative, different types of videos. So I get to do a lot of like trends and like fun, different stuff. It's always keeping me on my toes. So that one's really fun to work with. I've worked with Motion. I've worked with a bunch. They do a lot of fun ads too. The coolest brand that I worked with was probably Meta. They literally found me and reached out to me and worked with me and asked me to make content for them.
Meta pays good.
They do pay good. Yeah, they pay really good.
I got to collab with them on the creators profile, and I was very surprised. Like, they were doing me a favor by collabing with my account, and I got paid thousands of dollars. And I was like, okay, can we work again together? But it's so hard. It's hard to land with them too, by the way. I've been reached out to several times, and I've only been able to close on one.
Really?
Yeah, but
Wow. Yeah, they reached out to me. I still remember when I got the email, I was like, oh my God, is this fake? And I literally looked the girl up on LinkedIn. I'm like, this is real. Holy crap.
yeah. And it's like, you should feel really good for getting picked by them. Cause like I said, that they don't take their choosing wisely. So that's really, really cool. What income streams? Sorry, money is just so fickle and funny, and you never know I don't ever want to make people feel uncomfortable. What income streams make up your multiple six figures? Like, are they all UGC, or like, are they all video? Like, could you give us any, you don't have to like tell me too much, but talk to me about what your income streams look like.
Yeah. So when I first started UGC, I was trying a ton of stuff at the same time. I had 7 streams of income. Yeah, it was exhausting. And it was a mix of, they were all content related. So it was like, I still was doing my network marketing business. I had UGC, I was doing Amazon affiliate, I was doing et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
When I started UGC Mastery Academy, I made the decision to get rid of everything except for UGC and the Academy.
Okay.
That way I could focus on my students, and I could focus on, I'm really big on like current credibility. And so I will never be one of those coaches that like isn't doing what I'm teaching. So it's extremely important to me to have like at least a small amount of bandwidth to be continuing to do UGC, because how am I supposed to teach this industry if it's it's social media. It's changing so quickly all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm really big on current credibility. So my income streams right now are UGC, which is probably like, I cap it around like 10K a month. And then coaching is, I lead a team of 50 people with our academy.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, we have 50 employees. It's crazy.
I'm so proud of you to have built this. Like, that's a lot.
Thank you.
To do content creation, guys, like, for one, content creation is just such a burnout freaking thing that you can do. Like, it just gets so burnout. And then managing 50 people, I cry about managing 3 other employees. So I can't imagine 50.
I have a really, really great team that helps me. And my co-founder also, he's our CEO. So I have a lot of support. But yeah, we started UGC Mastery Academy in September 2024 and grew. I mean, realistically, most of our growth happened in the last 4 months. We went from 16 people to 50 people in 4 months.
What changed? Like, have you been promoting the crap out of it, or like what?
Yeah, we started doing weekly master classes, and so then all of a sudden, like, now we have over 600 students, and it's crazy.
Were your master classes like free master classes, or did they have to pay to get in? Free?
No, they're free master classes, and I do give a ton of value. So I'm really big on like service. Spirit of service. I understand that most people that are starting UGC probably can't afford an academy because that's why they're starting UGC.
You're right.
And so the masterclass is packed with a ton of really valuable information, and they could start their UGC journey just from the masterclass. It's really like, they come into the academy if they want the hand holding, they want the step-by-step, they want the like insider information, but I give out so much free information on my social media. It's insane.
I mean, you're giving out a ton of information right now. We're going to have to link the master classes in the show notes too, though, for people to jump on those. I might even come to one.
Yeah.
To wrap us up, let's get some actionable steps for listeners. So if someone listening wants to start UGC this month, what are the first 3 steps that they should take?
First step is going to be figuring out what UGC is, because a lot of people think that UGC is like, hey, I'm going to review this product. And no, that's not UGC. Like, there is some sales and marketing psychology that goes into it. That's the marketable skill that you're learning. It's a high paying skill. So anyway, learn exactly what UGC is and figure out like what kind of stuff you're interested in. Like there's different skits, there's like problem solution videos, there's testimonial style videos. There's all kinds of different videos you can create. So learning a little bit about like the lay of the land is important. Second thing, you want to create 5 videos that you're going to put in a portfolio. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't have a brand deal. Okay, boo. Go pick something around your house and make a video. Like, come on.
I love you.
I love you. So I say this all the time. I'm like, literally look around you. I have like a Chobani thing. I got an expo
Right.
marker. Like, just pick some 5 products around your house and make videos. It's not that hard.
Okay.
And put those together in a portfolio, and then get on Bento and start pitching like crazy. Just start pitching like crazy and stop. Don't look at how many pitches you've sent.
Okay.
Like, just keep going until you get a yes.
Okay. I love this. You're so full of knowledge. Okay, rapid fire, and then we'll talk about how people can work with you. What's the most profitable content niche that you think is out there right now?
Apps, 100%. I mean, apps, tech, AI, like there's no product to like eat into their budget, right? So like their budgets typically end up being a lot higher.
Okay, good to know. What about best platform for finding clients? I'm assuming Bento.
Bento, yeah. And so that's like it's like almost a pitching CRM. If you're looking for, I actually am not a big advocate for apps, but we just launched a second version of UGC Mastery Academy with another front mentor. And he grew his entire business on Fiverr. I mean, $100,000, makes $100,000, quit his full-time tech job on Fiverr.
Okay.
So Fiverr is definitely a way to grow your business. And then I'm not a big app person. Bento and Fiverr are probably the biggest ones.
Okay, we'll go with that. Biggest rookie mistake.
Biggest rookie mistake is making a portfolio of unboxing videos. This is something I did. So when I first started, I was like, the
tapping, not the tapping.
The unboxing ASMR videos, and like they sound really good to your ears, but you have to start thinking like a sales and marketing strategist. And those videos are not telling you why somebody should buy that product. So you have to really dig into what's the pain point that this product solves and how can I communicate that effectively and in an entertaining way.
I just love this so much. Okay, describe your life as a UGC person in one word.
Chaotic.
I knew it. I said it in my head. Chaotic. Literally, like your day's really never the same, right? Like,
no. Well, and between balancing leading the business and being a UGC creator, I never know what my day is going to look like. But I love that. I'm kind of a tornado. My wife calls me that all the time. I've become an organized tornado. So I'm very like type A about my work, but I'm all over the place.
We really need to be friends because I'm struggling so bad right now, like managing my social media agency, but then trying to do my own thing with content creation. It's a lot. Do you dedicate certain days to whichever business, or do you mix them both every day?
So I did this 90-day run a few years ago, and basically what I did during the 90-day run was I scheduled every minute of every day for 90 days. I scheduled my breaks. I scheduled my food. I scheduled everything. And as a tornado, like it was my worst nightmare. It was my worst nightmare, but it forced me to learn discipline. It forced me to learn structure. And that approach is like very extreme, but I'm kind of an extreme person, so whatever. And then now at this point, like that taught me time blocking, and that taught me how to like squeeze things into the cracks of the day and also get things done in a shorter time frame. Because a lot of times we're dawdling. We're like, dreading the task more than we're actually doing the task.
Oh, I'll wait till like the very last hour to do the task. Yeah,
me too. So that taught me so many skill sets that I've now implemented into my schedule, and I basically live by my calendar.
Do you work like 9 to 5?
Oh no, I work more than that.
What are your hours like?
Some days I work 14 hours, some days I work 8, some days I work 10, some days it all depends.
I'm very like doing it's not work.
Yeah, and I'm also just like I have really high standards for myself, and so
I feel you.
You know, when you're a high achiever, sometimes your schedule gets away from you.
Do you find self-worth through your success?
Yes.
I mean, that was a serious question. I think, yeah, we do. And it's such a double-edged sword.
It is.
Edged sword. Okay. Tell us, like, if you have any exciting plans coming up this year that you want people to, research on, or your program. How can people work with you, Sydney? Because you've given us so much. Like, plug yourself, girl.
Thank you. Yeah. So UGC Mastery Academy is obviously the direct line to working with me. That's the easiest way to get into my brain. And so UGC Mastery Academy. And then I don't know, like, what's exciting about this year? This year's been actually crazy. In the first 3 months of the year, I've been invited onto like 3 podcasts, onto a stage, and I have a billboard coming out in Times Square. Like,
Stop.
wild first quarter.
Amazing. Seriously, I'm so proud of you, woman to woman. Like, that
Thank
is
you.
incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
Incredible.
Yeah. So the easiest way to work with me is the UGC Mastery Academy or getting on one of the master classes. I also like I said, I love giving free value online. So even if somebody can't afford to work with you, it's a premium product. So it's a high ticket product, obviously, but it's worth it. I mean, our students come out of it making $10,000 a month and 100xing their freaking investment, which is
Right.
wild. And that's like where my joy is, where my happiness is right now, is watching the lives. After being in network marketing for so long, and you body drag the same people for years and years and years and years and years, and you're like, God, why won't, like, can I shake you? Why are you not changing your life?
Yeah.
And the difference coming into this is, like, we work with people for 90 days, and I watch people like blow up their lives in the best way possible in 90 days and go from like completely broke, miserable, in debt to like, holy crap, I'm making $10,000 a month and I'm now buying a house. It's wild. And it's like, it brings me so much joy.
So much joy. That it truly brings me so much joy too, because this is just such an incredible like industry to work in. And if all you have to do is decide that you want to do it. So
Yeah.
that. Well, if you guys loved today's episode, make sure you go follow Sydney. Sydney, what's your Instagram handle?
Sydney Mohni. It's really easy.
Is that the same on TikTok too?
I think it's Sydney Nicole UGC on TikTok. It's all the
Okay.
same content though. So if you like TikTok better, you can find me there, but it's all the same content.
Okay. I love that. I love that. And if you guys want more real, honest conversations about growing or monetizing and navigating this crazy, chaotic creator economy, you can follow me too on Instagram at Call Her Creator for daily creator tips, behind the scene insights, and strategies. Sydney, thank you so much. You are amazing. And I just can't wait to dive into all of your stuff.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.